Okay, number one is blending brushes. These are amazing and just my favourite blending brushes. It's the only ones that I find I can actually achieve a really nice blend with. They are super soft. I have another set of these that I keep in like a little storage pot that I use mainly. I don't really use these actually, but they're there if I need them, but I have the same exact ones. So yeah, I highly recommend these. I'm not really into the little, I don't know what you call them, they're like, they have the handle on and they're like just a round little flat sponge. I'm not really into them. In my opinion, these are the best ones you can get, so I will put the link for them if you are interested in them, but I highly recommend them, couldn't be without them. So let's move on to the next one. Okay, the next one is these little finger dabbers. I love these. They're just brilliant for inking around, you know, inking the corners on your cards or whatever if you want to do that. Making flowers, you can ink the edges of flowers. You can just rinse them out afterwards. You can get these like really kind of these storage cases, or you can just buy these little packs of pink ones, which I get from Sticks too. So I'll put the link for them, but these are great. I use these a lot. Really good for blending and they're really fair priced as well, so definitely can't be without them. Okay, the next one is bone folders. Now I would say these are my two most used ones. This one I've had for a couple of years, really nice strong one, use that a lot, and I also use this a lot as well because it has this kind of like this end here which is brilliant for, you know, like really pushing down your creases and stuff. And I think I got a comment from someone on YouTube saying I was using it the wrong way, but truthfully it's not. It's because that is perfect and then you also have that end as well. But I do love this one. There's loads you can get out there. These are my most used. Now I do have this little We Are Memory Keepers one. That's a really good one as well. And also this, I have one of these too, which I don't really use a lot, not for any other reason, just I tend to just grab these, but these are really good as well. And I remember when I first saw one of these I actually thought the person had just snapped their bone folder, and I remember thinking, why are you using a piece of snapped bone folder? But I didn't know then this is actually what they are. So I'm sure I'm not alone in thinking that. But yeah, you can't really be without a bone folder. You don't need as many as this, but you know, one would do. But yeah, that is definitely a tool that I can't be without. Okay, the next one, you've probably seen me using this quite a lot. I love this little thing. It has like little crystals in it. This end you can use for diamond art or even just to hold things down. This one picks up little pieces of card, little flowers, all sorts of little tools, gems. You just pick them up and it sticks to them. As far as I know, you can get, yeah, you can get replacement ends because they literally just screw out. Now I think I have about 2 of these. I have a one that I keep in my little bag that I take to create and craft, and then this is the one that I tend to just use at home. But this is amazing. Love this thing. You can get some really good ones from AliExpress as well, so I may put the links for them because I got one from there and it was really good. But yeah, definitely cannot be without this. The next tools that I can't be without are my scoring tools. Now I love these We Are Memory Keepers ones. You get them in a set of 3, but then I believe I got one in a set with a bone folder as well. But I love these because normally when you get a scoring tool they're really small. These are not. You can see these are huge, and like this one has scoring stylus, then a little pokey tool on the end. I have to be honest and say the pokey tools are not the best, whether or not it's me being heavy-handed, but I tend to, like, I don't know if you can even see it, but I tend to, like, the ends tend to bend over for me, but you can still use it. But yeah, I love these. I've had loads of people asking me about these. I got them from, I think, Amazon. If I can find them, I will link them, but sometimes I can't always find them. So obviously they're my favourites, but then I do love these kinds of tools for flower shaping. I have a couple of sets of these, a pink and a purple, and you get 4 in a pack. The other one must be somewhere else. But these are brilliant for shaping your flowers, paper flowers, foam flowers. Definitely love these. Can't be without these at all. The next one is the Sizzix BIGSHOT and the Sizzix die brush. I love this. Use this a lot. You also get a black foam mat with it, but no clue where that is at the minute. But brilliant for just running over your dies and getting all of the little bits of paper out rather than having to poke them all out. So yeah, definitely can't be without that either. The next one is tweezers. Now I think my 2 favourite pairs are actually Sizzix, and these kind of reverse tweezers, I think you call them, are amazing because they're not plastic, they're like really sturdy, and they have the little finger grips. But also, if you're going to want to shape flowers or something, you press them to open them, and then obviously when you let go they stay closed. So these are brilliant for holding, you know, like little fiddly bits of paper and flowers and stuff. The regular tweezers, these are really sharp. Again, just brilliant little tweezers. I love these ones because I have had some in the past and they've had a lot of like flimsy kind of plastic on them, and they just, you know, they haven't really been up to the job. But these ones are brilliant, so can definitely not be without a couple of pairs of tweezers. The next one, I love this. This is the Sizzix. I believe it's a multi-tool. Now, one end is a craft knife, which obviously you get replacements for, and it has a protective lid. Now the other side is like a paper distressing tool, but I've got a few paper distressing tools, and I have to be honest, I've never had a one that has the blades like that large and sticking out. Most of them just have a tiny little blade in them, and I've never seen a one as big as that before. And of course you can change it, because what you have is you can get little blending tools to go on the end of them, and all you have to do is just pop it back in. So this is a really good little tool to have, the Sizzix multi-tool. Definitely the best paper distresser I've ever seen. The next one is this little craft spoon, which is from Tonic. It's just a lovely little spoon on there and a kind of spatula. Brilliant for like embossing powders, mica powders, all little things like that. I've had this a while now, and I definitely would not be able to be without this little tool. The next one is a Stampin Platform. Now I have the Tonic and Tim Holtz one. Really, if I'm being honest, they're probably all very much the same kind of thing. This is the one I have. I do really like this tool. Perfect to get like, you know, really good stamped images if you're not so good at stamping, or you want to keep stamping the same thing. Definitely recommend this one, but as I said, whichever one you have, it's probably just as good as any of them. There's quite a lot of them out there on the market now, and if you have one, use it. I wouldn't go out and buy this one, you know, unless you're looking for one, but definitely wouldn't be without a Stampin Platform. The next one is a Crocodile. Now, I didn't buy one of these when I started crafting straight away. I think I've only had this for about a year and a half. Best investment ever, because it will go through chipboard. It goes through so many materials. If you want to put, you know, eyelets in or make little holes in them, seriously, if you're a crafter, I highly recommend getting one of these. I wouldn't be without mine now, and I just keep all of my little eyelets and things in. Great if you want to, you know, fancy a little journal up or add little little tags and little tassels and things. But just punching holes in, of course. But also if you want to add the eyelet in, you've got that option. But yeah, this tool is amazing. Sometimes I can't actually believe what it punches through. I mean, sometimes I use really thick chipboard and it just breezes through it. So definitely would not be able to do without my Crocodile. The next one is probably obvious, but scissors. I think it makes all the difference if you have a really good pair of scissors. Now, I probably have too many, but one of my favorites is these FISKARS scissors. They are so sharp, love these. Unfortunately, when I was at Create and Craft, I lost the protector from them, which was a shame, but never mind. They are really good. Also, I've had these for quite a while, these little Crafter's Companion little snips, and these are really good actually. So I definitely recommend a good pair of scissors. I think if you just pay a little bit more for a better pair, you know, it will pay off in the end. And I've just ordered I think it's a FISKARS scissor sharpener tool thing, so I will show you that when I get it. But I think if you're going to spend money on scissors, it's worthwhile investing in something to sharpen them with. But yeah, you really do need a good pair of scissors. Okay, the next one is these jelly roll pens. I've got a couple of these and I only stick with like the white and the black, but recently I got this pack which was like a clear sparkle, a black and a white. But these are brilliant if you just want to put like, say, 4 stitching around something. Obviously black card you can put white on. If you have craft card or white card, you could put black stitching round. And these are really the only pens that I find are a true white, because a lot of gel pens, they're just not. You go over it and over it and over it and it still just doesn't look white. These ones do. These are amazing, the best I've ever had. So I would be lost without these pens, so highly recommend them. The next thing that I couldn't be without is my ATG gun. I've had this quite a while now, and I often, when I'm just crafting away, I will just pick it up and it'll be my, you know, kind of go-to craft tape gun. Sorry, it's brilliant. The refills do last quite a long time, and I'm just so glad I bought this. I think it's so easy to use. It doesn't jam, it doesn't get stuck. I've never had any problems with the tapes at all. So, and it looks really nice as well. I love the colour because pink's my favourite colour. But yeah, definitely would be lost without this gun. The next one is a corner rounder. Now, in my personal opinion, I think this is the best corner rounder in the world, seriously. And you only need one, and that's this. I've said it many, many times. I've had this for 5 years and it's never let me down once. And I'm going to get a little bit of paper actually just to show you this. And I'm sure you've seen me using it before. Now, this one is a 2-in-1. I will put the link for this. So basically you pop it in that part, and look at that absolute perfect corner. You will get a perfect corner every single time. I've had some corner rounders and I know they are nowhere near as good as this. You keep putting it in and they're all horrible and they just look scruffy. Not with this one. Then if you just pop it in this side piece here, just have it straight like that, then does a photo corner. Now when you do the photo corner, it won't keep the paper, it will just shoot it out. But when you do the regular corner, it will all be stored in the little chamber there at the bottom. And as I said, honestly, I've said it many, many, many times, this is the only corner rounder you will ever need. It just, it does the perfect corners time and time and time again. No messing about, no straggly bits, no awful ugly bits. It's only about, I think, £6 or £7, and as I said, I've had it for nearly 5 years, and it's the best corner round ever. That's the truth. So definitely I could not live without this one. Alright, the next one is heat tools. Now I have two that I use. The first one is my Sizzix heat tool. Now I love this because it has two heat speed settings. So, you know, you can have one or you can have two. So it's brilliant if you're doing, you know, embossing, or you want to dry something faster, you know, if you want to dry your inks and things like that. But I love this one. Use this probably most of the time. Recently I got this one because I really wanted to try it, and the great thing about this is it's so quiet. So especially if you record videos, you know, it's really quiet for that. The one thing that I will say about this is the hottest heat tool I have ever used. Seriously, they're all hot, but goodness, this would actually probably burn your skin off if you got your hand near it. It is so hot but so quiet, so it is a really good heat tool. But if you're into heat embossing, or you know, you just want to get one to like dry things off quicker, these are my two favorites, which I wouldn't really want to be without, if I'm honest. So yeah, definitely need a decent heat tool. Alright, the next one is glue guns. Now I suppose maybe you could say I've got a bit of a thing with glue guns. Maybe it's a bit of an addiction. I have no idea why, I do not know, but I do know this: I've had some heat guns in my time, believers, and I always levitated back to these two. Personally, I think the best two the best two glue guns out there are the Sizzix glue gun and also the Shure Bonder glue gun. Now this one, I got this from Amazon. I think it's the only place you can get it from in the UK, and obviously it's from the USA, so it comes with the different plug attachment. So I had to buy this adapter separately, which I didn't mind. It was only a few pound, but this is one of the best glue guns ever. The tip is tiny, so it is perfect for, you know, really detailed work or flower making. Doesn't leak, you know, it doesn't drip. I love it, absolutely love it. And again, the Sizzix glue gun, this is really good. You don't get drips. It has got a very small nozzle as well, but it also has an on-off switch, which you don't really see on a lot of glue guns. So highly recommend this. But the two glue guns now that I stick to are these two, and that's it. I still have some others in the drawer which I just don't use because they're rubbish, if I'm honest. These are the best two in my opinion. Okay, next one is envelope punch board. Now I couldn't be without this because perfect for making your own envelopes. Has all the sizes of the card size and the paper you would need and what measurement to score it at. So I highly recommend this. You can use it for all of the things. If you go on YouTube, you can find tutorials to make little boxes and bags and all sorts of stuff. But yeah, definitely could not be without my envelope punch board. The next one is paper trimmer. Now if you follow me already, you will know that I swear by this WOODWARE paper trimmer, and I still do. It is amazing. I've had this one, well, not this particular one, I have two, only because I have one upstairs, one downstairs. This is the more recent one, but the first one, I've had it for nearly 5 years and I still use it every day. But I don't know, it's just the only trimmer that actually works. It's a rotary trimmer, so it glides, it doesn't just drag at the paper like the little V blades. All encased in there. You can't cut yourself because the blade only comes out when you press to cut. You can see it there, starting to peep through. All you have to do is lift this up. The blade just drops in, lifts out to change it, and it does, well, I don't know if this still do them, because I think Creative Expressions took this WOODWARE brand over, but they did used to do other blades, which was the Scallop and the Scoring, a few others which I have them, but I know a lot of people have trouble getting them now. Whether or not they're going to make them again, I don't know, but you can get the straight, and you can also get the replacement cutting channel, because what you will have to do is replace it, but you do get 4 uses out of 1 strip. And what I mean by that is you would put it in, then you would turn that round, then when that's done you would turn that over, turn that round again, so you will get 4 uses from 1. As long as that's decent and you change it, you know, within good time, your paper will just be perfect. No snags, no bits sticking out, it just glides through. It's the only trimmer that I highly recommend. There is no other better one for me, in my opinion. Obviously you may have your favourites. I do also have a Guillotine, the Tonic Tim Holtz one, which is brilliant. I only tend to use that for like when I'm bulk cutting, but my everyday paper trimmer is this, and I swear by it. So there's no way I could live without this trimmer. The next one is Scoreboards. Now I have 2. I have a small and I have a large, both the same EK tools. There's tons of scoreboards on the market. I prefer the inch scoreboards, where it measures in inches and it has 1/8 of an inch increments. Now you do get the score tools with these, but I don't know, I have got them, I just don't really keep them in there. But these are brilliant. I get asked a lot about these. This little one's really handy for just little projects. It's got an envelope maker built into the back, and the large one goes up to, well, it's over 12 inches. It's actually just over 12.25 by 12.25, and the back has an envelope tool that you just take out, and there's some videos on YouTube and stuff of how to make envelopes with it, but I wouldn't be able to manage without these. Not so much the little one, it's just sometimes easier to grab it, but definitely the large one. One of the really good scoreboards on the market. But if you have one, you know, keep using it, but I definitely think you need a good scoreboard. Now the last one is die cutting machines, and believe me, I have a few, and I've said it again, I've said it many times. If you follow me, obviously you might be new, but my favourite machine in the whole world is the Sizzix BIGSHOT fold away. I love this machine. It's on my desk constantly. It never gets folded away actually, because I'm always using it. It's the one I go to, the one I love using, and I just genuinely love it. And obviously you've got all the perks, which is it folds away, so you know, if you do want to have it folded away. But firstly, they lift up, you can store little bits and pieces in there. You just clip that out. Bit stiff because I don't really fold it away. And then this just presses up. The handle is a little button, just press, that folds in. So if you don't have a lot of space, it's perfect. But as I said, mine is never folded away. Honestly, it's not. But I have got the option there. And then to put it back together, just clip in, that's it. But what I love about this is the pressure. The pressure on this is unbelievable. So you'll find that it will cut really intricate dies. You can't use a precision base plate on it. Don't do that, you could break it. And I mean, I love all the BIGSHOTs. I've got the BIGSHOT Plus. Well, I've got a couple of BIGSHOT Pluses. The regular BIGSHOT, this one, Gemini, Scan and Cut, but this is my go-to machine. I love it. It just cuts, and that's all there is to it. It's amazing die cutting machine. So I think that's it. I don't know if I've missed anything off. I probably have, but I know from all of the tools I use, the ones that I've shared with you, I definitely could not be without. I use them daily, and you know, I've been doing this 5 years, which is nothing compared to some, but I've learned over the years what's rubbish and what's not, and I definitely, you know, recommend the things that I've shown. So I hope you've enjoyed it. Remember to like and subscribe, whatever you want to do, share, it's entirely up to you, and I'll be back again soon. So take care and bye for now.